basically the first rule. It says every planet will give the results of its star lord. Now, you can see in this particular table, the planets table, there are 9 planets listed here. So every single planet, whichever planet you pick, let's say I pick Venus here. Venus will give the results of its star lord. There is a column called star lord here. So Venus will give me the results of Sun. Same way, Sun is going to give me the results of Mercury. This is what this statement means. The very first statement. Every planet will give the results of its star lord. So whichever planet you pick, let's say, for example, I pick Saturn. Saturn will give me the results of Rahu. How it gives, to what extent it gives, we will see that later on. But this statement you have to remember always. Any chart you analyze, apply this rule first. So any planet that you want to talk about, let's say Mars, Mars will give me the results of Rahu. That is how you read the first statement. So far, so good?
So one question, when you
Yes.
say it will give the results of the Star
Yeah.
Lord,
Uh-huh.
just trying to interpret that. I'm just taking a very practical example in this. If I take a practical example of Venus, yeah. So Venus is positioned in Kritika Nakshatra. The star lord of Kritika Nakshatra, Kritika is Sun, and hence it is determined as Sun. Am I right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Now,
so when we briefly discuss about nakshatras, I mean, we will not go in depth into
correct.
what
But
each
I think
nakshatra does.
correct. I tried to connect that nakshatra to the star. Star lord is the nakshatra, the Nordic.
Nakshatra lord, yes.
Correct.
Star lord is
Now,
also referred to as nakshatra lord.
correct. When you say it will give the results, meaning what? What does the result mean? What does the result of Sun mean?
If I talk about Venus, Venus will
Uh-huh.
give me results of Sun, which is 6 and 11, meaning the houses. 6 and 11.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
what it
Houses.
means. Correct.
Okay, the sixth from Lagna, is it?
Okay.
No, sixth house itself. We don't say from anything from Lagna. Sixth house and 11th house.
Okay.
How is six identified? How did six come here? How did the number 6 get derived under next to Sun?
Yeah, we will get to that. When we read the chart, we will see that.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the time being, just remember that Venus will give me results of Sun.
Understood.
Okay, we will talk about houses later, how they are arrived at, how each one is calculated.
Okay.
Okay.
One more query here, sir.
Yeah,
Same
please.
place, sir. Sir, here 6th house and 11th house, the results will come. Just I want to know whether this will be benefic or malefic to the native.
Actually, we don't consider a lot of things which are in Vedic astrology. I think I missed that point. Now, in Vedic astrology, we have the concept of benefic and malefic. We also have the concept of a lot of yogs, like Gajkesari Yoga and Guru Chandal Yoga, so many of them. But in KP, we don't discuss about any of those yogs. It is simple stellar astrology, meaning we discuss, our focus is on the star lord or nakshatra lord, as we call it. It is stellar. So many concepts of Vedic are not implemented in KP. That is why it becomes very simple. There is no concept of friendship or enmity. Like, for example, in Vedic, we say, right, Sun and Saturn don't go along together because although they are father and son, they don't get along well, right? They are enemies of each other. So this is how we see it in Vedic. But in KP, we have no such concept.
Yes, sir.
Very simple.
This query here was, sir, like 6th house is also for disease and enemies and service as well.
Correct.
So what kind of thing will come from 6th house? That is my question, sir.
See, it depends on the context. Now, if the person who's come to you is asking about the job, 6th house is also job.
Sir.
But if the same person has come to you saying that there is a particular disease that ABC is suffering, then 6th house will also talk about disease.
Okay, sir.
So every single house will have both positive and negative results.
Yes.
Okay. So depending on the context, you will interpret this. The house or planet will become benefic or malefic, depending on what is the context.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So first point clear. Planet
sir.
will give the results of star lord. That is all we need to remember.